Hello, welcome to another episode of Boomer Health at Home, the show where we provide you and your loved ones useful information to live a happy and healthy life. I'm your host, Brett Pulte, and the early part of every year seems to be dedicated to returning to health. And the most important part of your health is going to be your cardiovascular system. So here today to discuss how to stay healthy in your cardiovascular system is Director of Nursing for AmeriStaff Nursing Services, Suzanne Upward. Suzanne, thanks for joining us.
You're welcome. Good morning.
So I know you've been with us before,
Yes.
but can you give us just a quick overview of your credentials again?
Sure. I'm a registered nurse. Probably longer than you are old, fortunately. And I'm the Director of Nursing for AmeriStaff Nursing Services.
So our topic today is cardiac health, and it's a big, important subject. Can you kind of give us a little explanation of what we really mean by cardiac health?
So cardiac health encompasses your whole cardiovascular system, your heart, your blood vessels, your arteries, your veins, capillaries, and whatnot.
All right, so a little bit of everything that's important.
It's the ticker.
Good. So as we've been saying, it is a very important topic. What are some of the health conditions related to poor cardiac health?
Well, heart attacks, obviously, is one of the first things that comes to mind, but high blood pressure, elevated cholesterol, lung problems, kidney problems, the heart and the vascular system basically runs the body.
Okay, good. So what are some warning signs that we would need to pay more attention to our cardiovascular health?
So if you suddenly develop fatigue, you're winded going up the stairs, you're having chest pain, you're coughing up pink or bloody tinged sputum, leg cramping, things like that, those need to be addressed as soon as possible.
Okay, I mean, the leg cramping, that's definitely something that I never would have thought of, because normally you think, okay, I got a cramp, I'll eat a banana, drink a bunch of water.
Right. But if you add that along with I'm short of breath, I'm much more tired than I normally am. We just got done with the holiday, so of course we're all still pretty tired from all the excitement of that. But if you add the leg cramping, you've got some tightness in your chest, you're just not feeling up to par. Those all they all point to your heart, that there's a cardiac problem.
Gotcha. Now, I've also heard high blood pressure can be another factor that can be damaging down the road.
Very much so.
So what are some of the ranges for blood pressure? When should you really be concerned?
So doctors like people to be under 120/80. That's quoted as the perfect area.
Yeah.
So for me, I'm a runner. So for me, if I go to 120/80, I have a headache because I normally run 100/60.
Okay.
So everyone is different. But typically we would be really concerned if we notice that your blood pressure is 140/90. We see that steadily staying there. That would be a big indicator that there's something going on. We need to address this.
Okay. So it's not so much a one-time hit, it's a continued thing.
It's a continued thing. We all, that white coat syndrome, you go to the doctor and your blood pressure is elevated.
Exactly.
Because of anxiety. Everybody has a spike in their blood pressure at any given time during the day. You've had a bad phone call, a car stopped in front of you very quickly, all sorts of things. But it's this steady on the high side that we want to pay attention to.
Yeah, and like you said, you go to the doctor and you're anxious being there to begin with. Yes. And what I've noticed with my doctor, when I go, they'll take blood pressure, the nurse or PA will take blood pressure right away, and then the doctor will come in, talk with me for a couple minutes, and then he'll take it again. Right. And that's the one he's going to record.
That's right.
Because he's calmed me down.
That's right.
Yeah.
Right.
And this is the first doctor I've had that actually did that, and I've always found that interesting.
Well, because there's some truth to that phenomenon. You go in there, you're anxious. First of all, for most women, it's, oh my God, we got to get weighed, right? But it is anxiety provoking to go to the doctor, especially if you're not feeling well and you're worried something's going on.
Yeah. As our topic is today, cardiac health, what are some of the common myths about cardiac health?
Well, a lot of the common myths that a tall, thin person isn't going to have problems with cholesterol or blood pressure issues, or because you're a bit overweight, you're definitely going to have it. 99% of it, I would say, is genetic and diet.
Okay. And it's interesting, like you said, there's a commercial going around now. I forget exactly what health system it's for, but it shows a woman probably in her late 30s, early 40s, running, she's healthy, and then a man in his late 50s who's struggling to run and everything.
And they both have had a heart attack.
And it comes down to they've both had heart attacks. Yeah.
That's right.
So that
goes back to that genetic.
Yeah, all about the genetics. So what tests are out there that can be done to warn you of early issues that are going to be coming?
Well, again, blood pressure, continuing every time you have your blood pressure checked, it's on the high side. Everyone over the age of, I would say 30, would have an EKG when they go to their physician. Stress test, blood work can indicate an issue. Elevated cholesterol is good and bad. And then the ultimate would be a heart catheterization where they actually go in with cameras and they can go right into the heart and can see if there's blockages.
Okay. Now, would that be something that they do regularly?
No, there has to be indicators. It's an invasive procedure, so you just don't want to order one.
It's not something everyone wants to go through.
No,
okay.
That would be the end result.
Yeah, okay, and earlier you mentioned heart attacks, so what are some symptoms for people to watch for if they think they are having a heart attack?
Well, cardinal, most people say that it feels like there's an elephant sitting on their chest.
Okay.
Men and women have different symptoms. Women can have jaw pain. Men can have back pain between the shoulder blades, weakness and pain down the left arm, sweating, sudden nausea, vomiting, lightheadedness. I always tell people if they're having any of those symptoms, do not drive yourself to the hospital. Do not have your husband drive you, because if you pass out, what's he going to do or she going to do? Activate EMS, call 911, tell them what your symptoms are. I would also recommend that if you could take an aspirin, just err on the side that you are having a heart attack, and the aspirin will help with the blood thinner.
So it would be important to, if you think you're having the symptoms, treat it like it really is.
Yes.
Okay.
And call 911. Do not drive yourself to the hospital.
That actually happened with my grandfather about 15, 20 years ago. He had his first heart attack. He was actually coaching my uncle's softball team, and he just stopped.
I'll just drive myself.
Yeah, stopped and up and drove himself to the hospital.
Yeah, that happens regularly. We don't want to bother anybody.
Of course, yeah. So, the CDC says that we have approximately 790,000 heart attacks each year. Why do you think that's so frequent in America?
Well, look at us. Look at the majority of us. We have weight issues, right? Where our diet is poor, our lack of exercise. We've got comorbidities, which is diabetes, which is on the rise because of fast food, a sedentary lifestyle. Everybody is stressed. We're all trying to do 12 things at once, and all those things add to a heart attack, can lead to a heart attack.
So it's kind of just the American culture, the American way of life is actually
fast
leading
and furious. It is.
Gotcha. So what you're saying is we should really take a minute, slow down, maybe take an afternoon nap. We'll let our boss decide that, but I'd be in favor of that. So what are some of the major health conditions that indicate heart disease that a person may develop in the future?
Diabetes.
Okay.
Kidney disease, lung disease, obviously the high blood pressure.
Yeah.
If you have a history of high blood pressure, a history of cholesterol, elevated cholesterol, things like that can lead to it.
So, we say heart disease. Can you kind of explain a little bit of what that really means? So
heart disease is all those things that create a problem with your vascular system, your cardiovascular system. A healthy cardiovascular system, there's no blockages. You've got good blood flow to your peripheral, your legs, your arms, your fingers. You're not having chest pain. You're not having shortness of breath. You're not having any kidney issues because everything is connected. You're not having any respiratory issues. So that's a healthy system. Diseased system is you've got those comorbidities. You've got the blood pressure issue, you've got the cholesterol issues, you've got some kidney stuff going on, you've got some respiratory, you're a smoker, you're not exercising, you eat poorly, all those things that we all are guilty of at one time or another.
So pretty much everything that we mentioned earlier that could lead to heart issues in the future are all signs that you may develop heart disease.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Right.
So what can a person do to prevent all of these terrible things from happening to them?
Well, obviously watch your diet. Quit smoking. Move. Move. I mean, they recommend that you do a minimum of 10 minutes of movement a day, be it walking, running, exercise, some kind of aerobic exercise to get your heart rate up and going. Watch your diet, everything in moderation. Decrease your sweets, decrease your fats. Make sure you're getting plenty of vegetables and rest. Sleep is so important to regenerate and to revive yourself after a long day.
I will attest that sleep is very important.
Well, with being a new daddy.
I have a newborn at home, so I'm not getting much of it.
That's right.
But when I was, I felt better.
That's true. It all goes hand in hand. If you don't get enough rest, you just don't feel well.
Exactly.
So you need to add all that, package that.
Yeah. Good. So, we've also heard the term of a healthy diet. What really is a healthy diet?
Well, so right now, there's trends. There's the keto diet, there's the South Beach diet, there's the Weight Watchers, there's all sorts of diets. And right now they're recommending the Mediterranean diet, which is low fat, lots of fruits and vegetables, lean meats, just healthier food. So if you look at your plate and you have the majority is fruits and vegetables and a little bit of protein and low on the carbs and low on the fats, healthy fats like avocado, you add avocado to a salad and maybe you have a lean piece of fish with it. That's a really good healthy diet. A few nuts in there for high fiber and whatnot. Good.
So along with the healthy diet, what would be the best exercise for cardiovascular health?
I would say walking.
Okay.
Everybody can walk. Even with a walker, you can walk down the hall. If you can just get up and move. Now there are people who aren't able to do that because of arthritis, mobility issues and whatnot, a 2-pound weight, lifting their arms up and down like this, just some kind of movement to get things going.
Gotcha. So essentially, get the blood the blood pumping. Just do
get
something.
Your heart rate up a little bit, not too much. But also, you don't want to start an exercise program until you've seen your doctor. You need to see the physician first. Make sure he can clear that you're okay to walk down the hall or walk around the block or do a 2-pound weight.
Yeah. Well, that's a very good point. Always make sure you consult your doctor with everything.
Right.
Good.
That's right.
So, it's been great having you here, and unfortunately we're out of time. But I want to thank you again for being here. You've been an amazing guest, as you always are.
Thank you.
And you always help us out and give us great information.
Thank you.
So, and you at home, if you have any other questions on this topic or there's a topic you would like us to discuss, give us a call at 248-288-2270 or drop us a line at boomerhealth@americaremedical.com. Have a great day.